What's up, guys? Welcome back to Primetime Sports. Today we're going to be discussing the SEC Championship. Obviously, one of the most sought and looked after and forward
game.
People look forward to the SEC Championship. It's going to be LSU versus Georgia, 1 versus 4. Who knows? If Georgia wins, maybe SEC gets 2. That's probably what's going to happen. SEC would get 2 teams in, but we have the LSU Tigers and the Georgia Bulldogs. The 12-0 Tigers rolling into Mercedes-Benz, going up against the 11-1 Bulldogs. Georgia takes care of the SEC East. LSU about to be 12-0. This video is before Texas A&M,
but we're assuming they win.
We're going to assume they win, and they're going to go to the regardless. So you know what? We're 12-0 for right now. Quick thoughts about Jake Fromm's underwhelming season, because maybe he has a chip on his shoulder and comes out against an LSU defense that has looked rather soft, more against the run, but who knows?
Well, to put it in context, Joe Burrow has doubled Jake Fromm's passing yards.
Heisman.
And touchdowns.
Heisman.
And Jake Fromm has doubled Joe Burrow has... No, Jake Fromm has doubled Joe Burrow's interceptions.
Yeah, interceptions.
So, Joe Burrow is wildly better, but Jake Fromm, he's definitely underperformed this year. The Georgia offense as a whole has.
Well, most people are going to be like, LSU, Joe Burrow, passing game, dynamic, electric.
No.
But here's where Georgia has a silver lining. Dominant run game, porous run defense.
Dominant pass defense against a good pass defense. So.
But Georgia's run game is the bread and butter.
But DeAndre Swift went down with an injury.
And that's okay, because they still have a backup.
Brian Harrion.
And he dominated against 3-8 Georgia Tech. But run defense, run off. Shut up, Ned. Run offense. I apologize. Can we censor that out on the editing? Okay. How many rushing yards? They gave up like 600 yards of offense.
Ole Miss. Who just took it? Ole Miss, actually. Ole Miss.
Yeah, if you saw that. Anyway, back
to it on Primetime.
It is on Primetime if you want to, just check it out. Just drop a view for us.
TikTok instruction.
We have a TikTok as well. LSU strength, Joe Burrow. But here's the interesting thing. Georgia's strength, they're probably the most dominating part of the team, is their mammoth O-line. And while LSU has that look of like dominant SEC defense in the trenches,
they're a
physical, they're honestly more like he
12.
said, a Big 12 style team with it. They're going to look to outscore Georgia because their offense is so much better. It's way more balanced. They can run it with the hyphenated
Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Yes. And Georgia's run defense is good, but you'd say their pass defense is a little better because they're both athletes. It's just one has Joe Burrow, one doesn't. The other thing is coaching. Ed with the Ed. He's guided this team to
soon to be 12-0 record.
Deep down, I want. Do I want Texas A&M?
I want Texas A&M to win.
Yeah, that'd be great, just for the views, But he's gonna want to put this season and nip it in the bud. 13-0 on the playoff, most likely. Well, it depends on Ohio State.
Against Oregon, probably.
But a top 2 seed. Georgia, on the other hand, Kirby and Jake, chip on their shoulder, a little underperforming, avenge that. Do you remember they lost to South Carolina at home?
Yeah, that was porous. I mean,
to the third string.
You saw what Clemson did to them. Playoff. If you're a playoff team, you got to take advantage of.
I don't think Georgia. It's so hard because Georgia right now, the Iron Bowl is going on in the other room. We're gonna do a highlight video on that. You guys should go check it out.
Please watch ours and not Wheels or Victor Valance. They always beat us out. Please watch ours. The guy's name is Wheels.
Yeah, it's fine. Anyway, score prediction for LSU Georgia.
I say it's going to be a 31 LSU.
Think about the field goals.
And I think a 24.
31-24
I think Georgia puts
LSU.
Up 24. Yes.
LSU
could very well put up more.
Yeah, I'm going to say. I'm not sure, but it's definitely going to be. LSU's going to be in the upper 30s at the very least, and they're going to win by 10. I'd say they win by 10. We'll say 38-28. LSU's a little better. Although, another interesting thing, it's at Mercedes-Benz, which is technically going to be a home game. Did you see the Georgia fans?
Did you see
the Georgia fans filling up Bobby Dodd in downtown Atlanta? It was literally red, which was embarrassing for Georgia Tech. But home game, you're gonna have all that red sea of fans, and obviously LSU fans travel from the Bayou. So
it'll be weird not seeing Nick Saban. And if you're interested about Nick Saban, you can go watch a video of him raging.
Oh my gosh! If you didn't see that at the Iron Bowl,
holy fuck!
Huge Nick Saban rage at halftime versus Auburn.
He went off.
It was insane. Also, for the big game, 29 views, a little poll. So we're gonna need you guys to help us.
George Pickens will be out, key receiver for
Georgia.
For Georgia, got a fight with a Georgia Tech DB. So you can see that on Prime Time too.
Swift is unknown. Pickens?
George Pickens, yes.
George Pickens is out.
I mean, there's also a video of him absolutely beating a sped at his high school, and it's really sad. But he was beating his
Anywho, that's our SEC championship preview. We like to get off the rails a lot here. Speaking of off the rails, Purdue and Indiana had an overtime thriller. Just kidding. All right, that's all we got for today.
Jason Garrett's on the hot seat.
By the way, Jason Garrett's on the hot seat, and we have a LeBron and AD picture here too. They're 17-2 and they're balling. They're on a roll. Peace.